individual mistakes that have been costing them not just goals against, but games. You look at the midfield, Ian Harks, Vieira, LaRue, all getting to start together in a 4-3-3 formation. That is the benefit of Eddie Segura in the midfield, joining in the back line and in the midfield.
Gorgeous night in the Bay Area here in Santa Clara. The debut of the ref cams as we are officially underway from Levi's Stadium as we invite you to turn off the world and turn on the game. We are playing for a huge 3 points in the Western Conference table. It is the Earthquakes, it is the black and gold of LAFC. Tyler Terrence along with Kinnerdy St. Aubin right here on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. And San Jose coming off of a loss similar to LAFC in rather gut-wrenching fashion. A couple of really silly mistakes, and they were on the wrong end of a 3-1 scoreline against Austin FC. Meanwhile, LAFC had their home debut for Sun spoiled at BMO thanks to a late goal from Anders Dreyer that gave San Diego a 2-1 win. Both sides dealing with some injuries, both sides needing 3 points for their respective stories in the Western Conference table. And with all that in mind, Kinder, is a couple of early giveaways. How do we see this one shaken out?
Well, LAFC was disappointed that they didn't get a result from that.
Here's Smolyakov, sends it across for Sun! And he's blown the roof off of this place in a matter of seconds!
Smile on his face there. That's exactly what he's doing. That's a great run in behind. Is he in an offside position? That's going to be the question with Smolyakov. His left arm is leaning a little bit. Of course, every goal is looked at, no doubt, and they're saying the goal is good. And it's that patented traditional run from Sun inside the box. If you go back and watch every single goal he's ever scored at a professional level.
He said we can't necessarily define what's going to be a successful season until the regular season has come to a close, but they are mighty close to potentially qualifying for the postseason as Bouanga driving at this back line of San Jose that's non-existent, and Bouanga dribbles half the length of the field and scores the second for LAFC. Well, that looked painfully easy as San Jose refused to step to one of the best goal scorers that MLS has seen over the past several years. It's 2-0.
He picks up with the ball at his foot. Daniel Mooney just tries to do too much there. He is the center back. It is a gaping hole that he leaves as Denis Bouanga with so much pace can stride forward with the ball at his feet. And you know why? You know why Romney doesn't step? Because Son is in the middle of the pitch, distracting him. He has to keep an eye on him. He cannot step until the very last minute. And you see Romney trying to pass off the other player.
In an MLS game, of course, Vieira only just making his debut before the international break as this is sent towards Bouanga. It looked like he was offside. Flag's obviously going to stay down. Bouanga in, chips Danielle, and it's a third. LAFC running rampant in Santa Clara.
Take a look at the replay. Watch right here. Denis Bouanga is trying to ride that line. You see Muni trying to step, but Rodriguez kind of steps back. He stays a little bit deeper. It's tough to tell from that angle. And as we stated, every goal will be reviewed. We always know that. But even if it stands, San Jose has got to feel that they are not doing their job, not just defensively, but in the midfield. There is a miscommunication going on right now, and LAFC is capitalizing on those moments. And Denis Bouanga is just absolutely shredding this this San Jose midfield and back line.
75 minutes or so if San Jose are going to have any chance of getting back into this game. You could hear Bruce Arena barking instructions from the technical area, but here is Arango around the first defender. Preston Judd is looking, and San Jose pull one back. And it's their cult hero, Preston Judd, who gives them just a little bit of life. 4 goals inside of the first 18 minutes.
San Jose needed that. Preston Judd needed that. Christian Arango starts all of it. Just on the edge of the 18, you see them. A little bit of pressure there, just forcing the issue, forcing the turnover. And he stays with it. He beats 2 there with a flick over the top, but more importantly, he's constantly looking up.
Espinosa.
If you push him.
Good effort and pushed away by Luis.
Side, and an excellent strike by Espinoza. And actually, the pushing in the that was an excellent time challenge from him.
Buddha trying a little bit too much in a precarious spot. Bouanga might be in again, and Danielle with a kick save. Offside flag is up and would have negated it.
Well, in that regard, this season, 53 goals thus far. The most for this club since 2012 when they scored 72. But
this is trouble for Muniz. He got turned inside out by Denis Bouanga and eventually into the hands of Daniel.
With how many people packed into this place today.
Arango going for goal
goodness.
and stings the hands of Hugo Lloris. Brought to you by T-Mobile. And here's the self-defense that Kindra was referencing.
Oh my
and
goodness.
that ball had all sorts of spin on it. Espinosa's outswinger. Joseph Martinez rises. And it's straight at Hugo Lloris. Moran on the turn. And the switch from Tafari. Beautiful idea for Sergi Palencia. Jamar Ricketts was trying to cut off the angle. He might have made a grave mistake, and indeed he did. It's a hat-trick for Denis Bouanga at Levi Stadium, and LAFC have slammed the doors shut on San Jose.
On the pass, just seeing the runner of Palencia. Palencia has been staying home most of the night. Hasn't had a whole lot of opportunity to get forward, but he has a brilliant touch. When you sit there and you watch some of the post-game press conferences, and 90% of the questions are asked to Son, and Bouanga's just kind of sitting there. Ooh.
Martinez going for the spectacular, and it ends up finding the back of the net. It looked like it might have come off of LAFC last. Hosseini Buda was in the area.
That's some good service, not enough pressure on the ball coming in from that right-hand side. And Martinez goes for the spectacular, misses on the bite. And I think it's an own goal.
Palencia
trying to track Buda.
Full time, LAFC put on a show at Levi Stadium. A night that was supposed to be dominated by more than 50,000